Dear viewers, welcome to our channel GVS Bank Academy. Now we are conducting classes for JAIIB, CAIIB, Bank Promotion online classes. Presently, Union Bank of India, November 15th examination, we are conducting online classes. Now today I am going to discuss JAIIB Paper 1, Indian Economy and Indian Financial System, Paper 1, examination date 7th May 2023, recalled, memory based recalled questions. Already 2 parts we had uploaded, this is the third part. Question number 1, PMJJBY, risk coverage, risk cover 2 lakhs for policy holder, 2 lakhs. Second, classification of non-banking financial companies based on liabilities based, activities based and size based. Classification of NBS liabilities based on liabilities and deposit taking, non-deposit. Based on activities and advances, assets creation. Third one is size based. NBFC non-deposit systemically important. NBFC 500 crores and above assets. This is classification of NBFC. Difficult question. Difficult. Maybe for 2 marks also. 3. Money market instruments. What are the money market instruments? Cash management bills. 90 days, less than 90 days issued by RBI. Treasury bills 91 days, 182 days, 364 days. Certificate of deposit issued by banks, financial institutions. Certificate of deposit. Minimum 7 days, maximum 1 year for banks. Face value 5 lakhs in multiples of 5 lakhs. Commercial paper issued by corporates, financial institutions, non-banking companies, primary dealers. This is commercial paper. This is also working capital borrowing from the market 7 days to 1 year, up to 1 year. Minimum 7 days, maximum 1 year. Face value 5 lakhs in multiples of 5 lakhs. And external credit rating required A3 of the company. Interbank participation certificates. One bank purchasing, investing other bank assets. Interbank participation certificates. Without risk sharing 90 days, with risk sharing 91 days and 180 days. With risk sharing 91, 180 days. These are all money market instrument. Regulatory is RBI. Money market regulatory is RBI. Money market is organized market. Rate of interest market determined. Question number 4, NARCL, National Asset Reconstruction Bank. This is bad bank. In the bad bank, what is the capital contribution? Public sector banks supporting 51% of capital of the NARCL and private sector banks 49%. Public sector banks 51, private sector banks 49. And in the IDRCL, India Debt Reconstruction Company Limited, IDRCL, India Debt Reconstruction Company Limited, public sector banks are holding 49% of capital. Rest and remaining 51% are holding by private sector banks. Private sector 51. This is NARCL bad bank. Sale of bad loan to NARCL. How they are making payment to banks? Immediately down payment cash 15%, remaining 85% in the form of security receipts issued by NARCL and guaranteed by government. Security receipts guaranteed by government, and the security receipts risk weight in the bank books 0 because it is guaranteed by central government. This is there. 6. IRDAI micro insurance limit. Micro insurance policy as a general insurance or life insurance policy with a sum insured of 50,000 or less. Micro insurance policy sum insured 50,000 or less. This is question number 6. Question number 7. Atul Pension Yojana, APY. Whether NRI can join in the APY. That question they had asked. So any citizen in India, including an NRI, either question is NRI can join or yes, NRI along with Indian citizens is eligible to join with the APY scheme. But 1st October 22 onwards, income tax payers shall not be eligible. Income tax payers shall not be eligible. This Atal Pension. 7 questions. This is. 8th question. Prudential norms. As per Narasimhan Committee recommendations 1, banks are following prudential norms. What are the prudential norms means? Adequate disclosures in their balance sheet about income, classification of assets. Ante enti? Classification of assets, standard, substandard, doubtful loss, provision for NP advances. So to ensure that banks reflect the accurate information, correct financial position in the bank. That is the meaning of prudential norms as per Narasimhan Committee 1 recommendations. Question number 8. Question number 9. Merchant bankers category 4 annadu. Category 4 merchant. There are 4 types of merchant bankers. Question is 4 merchant category. Can merely act as advisor or consultant to an issue. Can merely act as an advisor or to an issue, public issue, merchant bankers. Question number 10. Soft infrastructure. Soft infrastructure refers to institutions that are essential to keep the economy running. Financial institutions, healthcare institutions, educational institutions, law enforcement organizations. These are all called as soft infrastructure that are essential to keep the economy. Soft. 11. What is the 11? Small finance banks. What is the priority target? 75% of adjusted net bank rate or credit equivalent to off balance, whichever is higher. Small finance banks, priority sector target 75. Even RRBs also 75. RRBs. Question number 12. Green show option in the initial public offer. Green show option in the public issue offer of shares. This concept was introduced by SEBI in 2003. What is the meaning of green show? At the time of issue of shares, and green show option means they can issue over allotment of shares, at least issue size into 15%. Whatever the total issue size, under green show option, the company is having option right, it can issue up to 15% of total issue size. What is the benefit? To stabilize the aftermarket price of the shares issued under initial public offer. The stabilization period is 30 days from the allotment of shares to bring stability in post-listing of process of shares. Post-listing process of shares, volatility is there or prices movement below the offer price. The stabilization agent helps to stabilize prices in the event of extreme volatility. These shares are purchased by stabilization agent as per green show option. Important point, difficult point, green show option. Question number 13. Arbitrage. Arbitrage means simultaneously buying, selling the same asset in two different markets in order to make profit. And without holding that asset, buying one market, selling in another market, profit motive, without holding the assets. That is the arbitrage. Question number 14. Central KYC is operated by CAIIB, CRSA. Central KYC is operated by CAIIB. Question number 15. The CPI, Consumer Price Index, and the Wholesale Price Index data are released every month by the National Statistical Office. Consumer Price Index, Wholesale Price Index released by National Statistical Office every month. 16. The term artificial intelligence was first introduced by John McCarthy in 1956. The term artificial intelligence was first coined by John McCarthy in 1956. Artificial intelligence. Question number 17. Blockchain technology function. Blockchain technology benefit. What is the blockchain? It is the sharing of information, documents among all the partners to assess it an application. Access to this ledger in terms of reading, they can read, they can writing may be unrestricted, they can do, but what is the plus point? Any alteration would be easily and immediately detectable. So, for that reason, once the information is recorded on the blockchain, it is considered immutable because it was strong. It cannot be changed. Once the information is recorded under the blockchain technology, it is considered absolutely immutable, meant absolutely, clearly, strongly protected. Nobody can change it. That is called blockchain technology. 17. 18. For temporary purposes, address bill, utility for opening of KYC accounts, utility bill which is not more than 2 months old of any service provider, electricity bill, telephone bill, postpaid mobile, gas bill, water bill, we can use as address proof for opening of accounts for temporary purpose, utility bills, KYC. 18. 19. Difficult question. Weblin goods annadu. Weblin goods. This economist Theodoret Veblen, who pioneered principle of conspicuous consumption. Theodoret Veblen, who pioneered principle of conspicuous consumption. What is there? Certain things are more valuable as their prices are increasing. Example, you can say gold also. You can say high priced cell phones, designer bags. When the prices are going up, people are interested to buy. That is there. These are the exception to the law of demand. What are the law of exceptions? One is Veblen commodities goods. Giffen goods ante necessity. Salt is the given goods. Even though the price increases, we can purchase you. And necessary items. Exemption to law of demand. This is the Veblen goods. 20. Sources side of money supply. Sources side. M3. Money supply sources. How we are getting money supply? Net bank credit to government. Bank credit to government, net bank. Bank credit to the commercial sector and departments, loans. Plus net foreign exchange assets of the banking sector. Plus government currency liabilities to the public. Government liabilities to the public. Minus net non-monetary liabilities of the banking sector. This is the difficult question. Sources side of money supply. Net bank credit to government plus bank credit to the commercial sector plus net foreign exchange assets of the banking sector plus government's currency liability to the public minus net non-monetary liabilities of the banking sector. This is question number 20. Then question number 21. Floater mutual fund category. Floater, FLOATR. Floater funds are debt funds and they can only invest in bonds and debentures. Floater funds only debt funds, bonds, debentures, and at least 60% of their income they can get from floating rate bonds. These bonds are debentures are floating rate. These interest, their bonds pay change as per the interest rates of the economy. Market movements. As for interest rates, we are getting floating rate of interest too. So floater mutual fund means debt markets and at least 65% of their money in floating rate funds. This is question number 21. Question number 22. Exit routes, outcome, how they can go out of the investor from the venture capital finance. Base, initial public offer. Once the company is settled, they will issue share to the public. That is one. Buyback of shares by the promoters of the venture capital. This is one. Sale of the enterprise to another company. Outright sale of the company to another company. Sale to new venture. When venture capital is selling to another new venture capital. Self-liquidation process means slowly, gradually, installment basis recovering the initial amount. Liquidation of the investing company. And then the venture capital company is going to be liquidated. These are the exit routes for venture capital finance. Exit routes for venture capital finance. 23. Minimum amount of investment in venture capital 5 lakhs. Anybody want to invest in venture capital mutual fund and investment 5 lakhs, that is there. 24. Minimum paid up capital requirement for establishment of MSME TREDA stock exchanges. Trade receivable discounting system stock exchanges. What is the paid up capital requirement? 25 crores. 25 crores. 25. In finance lease, all the cost relating to maintenance expenditure, repair expenditure, payment of taxes, insurance are to be borne by the lessee. Finance lease, cost relating to maintenance, taxes, insurance borne by lessee. 26. An interest rate swap is a customized interest rate swap annadu. It is a customized bilateral agreement and between two persons, not through exchange traded, between two eligible parties, in which the cash flows and payment of cash flows, exchange of cash flows are determined by applying a pre-arranged agreement, pre-arranged formula, fixed to floating, floating to floating, floating to fixed, on a notional principal agreed amount. At the time of entering into a contract, they will decide what is the notional principal amount. On what amount we are going to exchange the cash flows, that is there. How many types of swaps are there? Swap means exchange of one to another. Currency swap, this is interest rate swap and credit default swap. 3 types of swaps. Currency, interest rate, credit default. 26. 27. LAF, liquidity adjustment facility, cap annadu. Cap ante highest, upper limit, lower limit annadu. Liquidity adjustment means monitoring tools of RBI. Standing deposit facility, this is the lower limit, rate of interest 6.25. When banks are depositing their surplus money with Reserve Bank of India, that is called standing deposit facility, lower limit, interest rate 6.25. Repo, banks are borrowing from RBI, rate of interest 6.5%. Margin standing facility, emergency, intraday liquidity, borrowing during the evening period from RBI, margin standing facility 6.75. This is the upper limit. This 6.75 MSF rate is also called presently bank rate also. So it means the RBI is operating their LAF, narrow rate corridor, 6.5 is the repo, minus 0.25 standing deposit facility, plus 2.5 a margin standing facility. This is upper limit 6.75, lower limit 6.25, repo is 6.5. This is called narrow rate corridor. In between, Reserve Bank of India operates. These rates are present rates. These rates may change also in future. As of today, Repo 6.5, standing deposit facility 6.25. Standing deposit facility means surplus funds, excess liquidity funds depositing with RBI, and banks are getting rate of interest from RBI at the rate of 6.25% for overnight. This was introduced in April 2022 onwards. Margin standing facility 2% of NDTL we can borrow from emergency intraday during the 27. 28, very important and difficult question also. The driver section of the Niti Aayog New India at the rate 75. The drivers section of the Niti Aayog New India at the rate of 75 plan includes several key recommendations. What are the recommendations? Replacing the commission on agricultural costs and prices by an agriculture tribunal. Replacing the commission on agriculture costs and prices by agricultural tribunal. Very important. Promoting zero budget natural farming technique. To rationalize the costs in farming, promoting zero budget. Rationalization of costs. B. C. Continued exit and government privatization of non-strategic public sector entities, units. Government want to do privatization of non-strategic public sector units. Exit means privatization. Fourth one, to raise the exports of goods and services. To raise the exports of goods and services. This is the very important Niti Aayog New India. These are the 28 questions from this examination. These questions are very useful for next month JAIIB examination, and interested members are requested to see our YouTube channel, which was posted already. Presently we are conducting JAIIB revision classes, CAIIB revision classes, Union Bank of India promotion exam classes, morning times and evening times. Interested members are requested to contact. Thank you very much for watching our YouTube channel. Thank you very much, friends.